Some people phrase it differently, asking, how do I replace fat with muscle? And wonder how much to eat to lose fat and gain muscle. We're here today to answer these questions. Welcome back to another episode of Top Trainer. Exercise not only changes your body, but it also changes your mind, attitude, and mood. Subscribe to the channel now and never miss any of our latest and greatest videos to keep you motivated and equipped with the knowledge to succeed. The short answer: there are some individuals who can build muscle and lose fat at the same time. For most individuals, however, it's very challenging to build muscle and lose fat simultaneously. Overall, for most people, it is not the strategy we recommend. Chances are high you'll end up spinning your wheels and making minimal progress toward either goal, muscle gain, or fat loss. Now we'll explain why this is true. What is body recomposition? Body recomposition takes place when there is any change to the composition, aka, ratio of fat to muscle of your body. When most people refer to body recomposition, they're referring to dropping body fat and putting on lean muscle. The human body isn't one giant clump of the same kind of tissue. Muscle and fat are two different functional compartments. In other words, it is physiologically impossible to replace fat with muscle or vice versa. So, we need to start by considering the first law of thermodynamics, the conservation of energy. It's a law of energy balance. This law states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy has to go somewhere and doesn't just disappear. An energy surplus will lead to storage. An energy deficit will result in energy leaving the body. In nutrition terms, you may have heard this concept explained like this. In order to lose weight, we must be in a caloric deficit, consuming fewer calories than we burn. In order to gain weight, we must be in a caloric surplus, consuming more calories than we burn. To build muscle or fat cells, your body needs energy. Your body will release energy when it breaks these cells down. But the question is, once consumed, where do calories go to muscle or fat tissue? And when we burn calories and energy leaves the body, will our body pull from our muscle or fat tissue? This is the issue of calorie partitioning, and it's an important precursor to understanding whether and how we could build muscle and lose fat at the same time. The truth is, we can't control where our calories go, fat or muscle, when we eat more or fewer of them. In an ideal world, we'd want all our calories to go into muscle tissue and none into body fat, right? And it would also be convenient if, when dieting, all calories used came from fat stores. That would make it pretty easy to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. How calorie partitioning actually works. When talking about how calorie partitioning really works, researchers refer to something called the P ratio. This represents the amount of protein that is either gained or lost during over or under feeding. Most of the P ratio is outside our direct control, mostly genetic. We can control around 15 to 20% of it with how we eat or train. Hormones are very important in determining your P ratio. High testosterone levels tend to have positive partitioning effects, more muscle, less fat. Chronically high levels of cortisol have the opposite effect, less muscle, more fat. The tricky thing is that the P ratio describes the overall effect on your whole body. It cannot predict the partitioning. In other words, when you're in a surplus, it cannot predict the percentage of your energy that will go toward creating muscle cells vs fat cells. In theory, if your body had enough stimulus strength training, plus protein, plus water, it could pull energy from your fat cells to build muscle tissue. That would be about the closest we could get to losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. That's theoretically possible, but it's unlikely for most individuals. It's also important to acknowledge that just because something is possible doesn't mean it's the ideal method or strategy. Who can build muscle and lose fat simultaneously? There are 3 groups of people who probably can achieve this feat. Several factors will impact whether you can gain muscle and lose fat at the same time, including training age, how long you have been strength training, current body composition, genetics, insulin sensitivity, hormone balance. Now let's dive deeper into each of the 3 groups. 1. Beginners in the gym with a higher body fat percentage. Individuals who are new to strength training have a high potential for relatively rapid muscle gain. And with a higher body fat percentage, their bodies have more energy to spare and put toward muscle gain. There is also a chance that these individuals are insulin resistant. Put simply, this means their fat cells don't want more energy. When these individuals strength train, it sends a powerful growth stimulus to their muscles. This will have the effect of improving their insulin sensitivity and nutrient uptake within muscle cells. At the same time, their fat cells will remain insulin resistant, so calories are more likely to go to muscle cells. These functions are what lead to simultaneous muscle gain and body fat loss in these individuals. The transformations of these individuals can be quite impressive, it appears, as if the body takes calories out of fat cells and uses them to build muscle. It's important to keep in mind, however, that this only works if both factors are present. The individual is a strength training beginner, and they carry a higher percentage of body fat. Someone who is new to strength training but quite lean doesn't have enough fat to shunt to the muscle. And the longer you have been strength training, the slower your rate of muscle gain will be. That is why the combination of being new to strength training and carrying a higher level of body fat is the sweet spot. 2. Athletes returning from time off. For athletes who took time off, either by choice or due to injury, etc., and lost muscle mass and gained body fat, they will probably have a relatively easy time rebuilding that mass, thanks to satellite cells and the muscle memory effect. They also tend to already have training routines and schedules that can help them stay consistent. And with that, we've reached the end of today's episode, all about how to lose fat and gain muscle simultaneously. Do you have a schedule/regime that helps you lose weight and gain muscle at the same time? Let us know and get involved in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this one and found it helpful, remember to leave a like on the video and to subscribe to Top Trainer for even more amazing videos just like this one. Also, if you want even more information to help you on your own fitness journey and to browse our range of supplements, fitness equipment, and check out our bespoke fitness guides, head on over to toptrainer.com for all of our latest products and information. As always, thanks for watching. See you again soon in the next one.